It has been a long time since I've had a dedicated moment to chill out and cast some Low Elo Legends, and that's exactly what we have here, folks. 425 Elo against 338 Elo on Migration. Now, those who were here 2 days ago live will know that my power cut out, so even my power company's been trying to stop me from casting this. So I overpaid the bill. I didn't just stay up to date. I overpaid the bill. I figured that would keep the electricity on today. I'm kidding. I did not do that, but we're here anyways. So we got Fanta, who's got some nice little symbols next to the name here. Fanta's playing as the Armenians, which should be a pretty good civilization for this map. And then in the red, we have a name I'm going to struggle with. But I'm going to try. Ami Dakater Mama. That's probably close enough. This person's playing as the Romans. And I think, don't Romans have like an interesting navy? So they don't get heavy demo. They don't get like elite cannon galleon, but they do get Dromans. And plus it's just fun to say Roman Droman. We're thinking like super late game. They also have a bonus with galleys. Chat, correct me if I'm wrong. Don't they have a bonus related to galleys? I think maybe they fire faster with ballistas or something. Now, I've got the big trees on because this is low elo. I did not remove the fish mod. So I'm sorry if you don't like the little boxes, but with how awkwardly the fish is spaced, it's helpful to have that sometimes. And yeah, I think there's a Roman. Okay, +1 Pierce armor on their ships. Okay, or maybe their galleys. That's a nice bonus. But I don't know how much Navy we're really going to see. That's what's fun about low elo, is they look at this and they're probably not going to be thinking about lots of Navy. But unlike other maps, like, I don't know, Baltic or Mediterranean, you do kind of have to make a dock here. People can get by not making docks in other maps. If you never make a dock here, you're going to have problems. You're just going to be stuck. And obviously, with the map being migration, eventually you need to migrate to the middle area where there's lots of resources there. So far, game's pretty even. I do notice that blue really wanted to place some houses here, and I can't really tell because of the bigger trees, but maybe that's inaccessible. It looks like maybe it is due to the trees there. Now, the other thing about migration, guys, is there's no boars. So you've got standard amount of sheep, you've got 4 deer, you've got berries, but there's no boars. So there's a shortage of food, which makes fishing so much more important because you're going to run out of food otherwise. Yeah, I like this map a lot. It's very complicated, lots of different things to focus on. And there's our dock, baby. But oh my... oh, it hurts me when someone makes a dock without having a lumber camp. But blue thinks, well, why would I build a lumber camp? Why would I pay resources to make a lumber camp when I have all these free trees nearby? Eventually, blue will finish these trees, and then we'll need a lumber camp on the wood line, and then that'll be super efficient. Oh, wait, actually, hold on. It's a mule cart. Okay, I was wondering if this individual knew about that. There we go, it's a mule cart. You don't see low elo players with mule carts that frequently. So that's not too bad. Okay. Yo, Bloomin', what's up? Thanks for the 2 months. Just happy to be here. Thank you, thank you. What's up, Nico? Thank you for the 3 months. What's up, Frederick? Gamer, welcome. And everyone on YouTube. Hopefully this will end up being a good game. How does blue not see those sheep? That's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate because blue is already kind of having food problems. I think there's a very good chance that blue loses track of this scout. That's kind of hard to see. There is an outline, but depending on the zoom level, like if I zoom... Oh, never mind. Blue moved the scout. My theories are wrong. But we do have our first fishing ship. Meanwhile, red has actually found the resources to click up to feudal age here. So red will be in feudal... Wait. Red canceled feudal. Red definitely had feudal in that TC. Red has the lumber camp, red has the mill, and red is going to dock. Okay. And I imagine we might see a transport ship. That's kind of what has to happen. Not easy to do that, but you've got to get some of your eco over here. Start to expand in some way. Matt F and Max, what's up? It's his first time ever live. Glad I found you. Welcome to the stream. What's up, Papa? Thank you, thank you. Frederick says T90 is a 700 elo low. This is a rare opportunity for me to feel superior. You know what's funny? I feel like it's very easy in general to just be even watching players that are above your elo and be like, I could have done that. How did he not do that? Because I speak from experience because I've watched a lot of people message over the years. People will be like, a very common thing is especially if I'm casting anywhere around their elo, they'll be like, why don't I run into these players? No one I play makes these mistakes. I don't make those mistakes. Not a high percentage of viewers, but still. And the reality of it is, yeah, you do. You just don't have someone looking at every single detail. You don't realize how it looks from the bird's eye view. So again, these sheep still just doing sheep things, just standing here in an L. And Red hasn't gone to feudal. Do you think Red accidentally canceled it? It almost feels like Red is waiting for feudal age right now, guys. There's been a whole lot of not doing anything. Actually, is Red even here right now? Well, Red is moving, apparently. But that's the beauty of a low elo. You're never really in a rush. But I think Red knows it takes a while to get to feudal age and figures I have nothing else to do. So let me just tab out and look at, I don't know, sports scores or something. And there we go. Finally, Red realizes and feudal age is on the way. Well, Blue is making fishing ships. Blue's economy should be much better long-term because of the fishing ships. Especially now that Blue's fishing ships have found some deep fish. You do fish from the deep fish faster. There's 2 of them within the vision of the fish, so they'll move around. Blue's also queuing up a transport ship. So, guys, Blue is lower elo. But Blue seems to know the map a little bit more than Red. So maybe less skill, more knowledge. What on earth is your plan, Red? Now, I've mentioned this countless times over the years. I even made a freaking video on it. I don't think the devs really care. But the doc is confusing. I had some suggestions in my video on how they could make that easier for people to understand. And I think at least the transport ship is on the first page, though. Where it gets really confusing is finding fire ships. Fire ships are on the next page. Then there's the whole thing of, like, war galley upgrade, upgrading ships. It just is kind of confusing because you think it's for one type. But okay, we do have a transport from both now. That's good. And Blue will realize this. And what does Blue send into the transport? It would be rather interesting. Think about it from Blue's perspective. You don't want to go out into the darkness without some military. You might want to put some spearmen in that bad boy. Let those spearmen protect the middle. At higher ranks, players will just send vills. It's unlikely you're going to lose anything out there. But from Blue's perspective, there's always a chance. The enemy might be prepared. So, okay. Farms coming up here for Red. And Red is going to use the villager approach. So 5 villagers into the transport ship. There they go. Red doesn't have any real way of knowing exactly where the island is. Thankfully, it's very big. And looking, searching. And we have found new land. Let's go. No loom for these vills, and the latter version of migration does have animals out here. So, wow, guys, Red is sending the vills in separate directions. Look at this, which is honestly pretty smart. But if you send it all into separate bears, you are going to soon have 5 less villagers. That is going to be a dead villager for sure. If Red were to quick wall this, I would lose my mind. But that is what we call a... Well, we used to call it a woo-woo-woo. Only it's a bear, so I got to think of another noise. Here comes Blue. Blue also no loom. Transported 2 villagers across. Okay. And Red... I mean, that's why you send 5 vills. You send 5 vills so you can do without 1 or 2 of them. That's fine. Feels like red is trying to find an area to set up. Maybe just using these as scouts. There is the starting scout as well that red could bring over here. But that's obviously a lot of work. And you can't build the town center yet because you're just in feudal age, red. So maybe just build a lumber camp or something. Man, red is really scouting like a maniac. Ah, okay. And blue's going to build a tower. All right. Well, I don't hate that. Well, I'm not fully in love with the positioning of it, but at least it's some security in case something gets crazy. Anything to make you feel safer is fine. Red's still uncertain on what to do with these vills. And we'll build a mill, so they'll be on food. That's good. And then red can focus on this. To focus on the middle of the map and also your starting island at the same time is kind of tricky, right? But guys, I've talked about it for years. The fishing ships. Just massive advantage here for blue. Now, it's getting less efficient. Blue really needs to scout to find the other deep fish. That's hurting. But blue's resources are looking set up. The only thing I'll say, I don't like building military buildings on the starting island. I think you need to build your archer ranges, your stables, your barracks on the middle island. And then you can use that to fight for control, right? What about on a neutral island? I knew someone was going to freaking say that. I knew someone was going to make that joke. Yeah, neutral island ranges, really good. Highly suggested. I do like the houses, though. I mean, this is a place to build houses, 100%. We got another dock here from blue. I'm putting my money on blue. And by money, I mean nothing. But seriously, in this fake scenario, I'm putting my money on blue. Blue is lower elo by 100. But, like, blue's playing like a beast. Also, I don't know how many of you guys know the soda that blue is named after. I was obsessed with it as a kid. I have not really had it too much as an adult. But it was one of my favorite sodas growing up. All right. Wow, blue's on the way up. And RIP in chat for a technology that blue is about to research after Man-at-Arms. This technology we have made many jokes about over the years. But the new patch, which will come out eventually, is going to remove supplies. Honestly, if it wasn't so damn difficult, I think I would have Hardy go back and clip together all the moments I said, supplies! But that would probably be way too much work for him. But they are removing supplies. They're just simply making all militia line cheaper and removing the tech. But for now, supplies is in. Supplies has been researched. Look at the tower approach here from both of them. And you know, you don't know what's going to come out. The towers are nice. You can hop inside to save your vills. Obviously, it defends you with some arrows as well. And it also gives you vision. Red is starting to add more fish now. So I think red is maybe not as experienced on the map and is starting to realize certain things that can be done. And this is most likely going to come down to massive battles in the middle. Maybe, though, blue's making a fire galley. Maybe this will come down to navy as well. Oh, no, this is the same bear that ate her brother. That's disgusting. Well, she survives. So suddenly, it's not too bad. Damn. You know, my concern for blue is that blue's going to produce from these buildings, and life is going to be so difficult having to transport units across the water. That's my concern. Because people at this rank don't like to make multiple military buildings. They're usually just going to make one of each. And then maybe later they'll make more, but that'd be my big concern. Blue knows the water, though. Gill nets as well. And more villagers coming across here. It almost feels like a castle is going to come up for me. Castle in this position. Monastery would be great to collect all the relics. And 15 fishing ships with gill nets. But red is Romans. Still, I know they've been like in competitive AoE for a while, but it's still so wild to me that they are. It still doesn't feel like a great fit, honestly. It was 100% just because the DLC didn't sell well. That's 100% why it happened. No one wants to talk about it. Vills are going somewhere else now for blue. All right, nice vision upgrade. I like Town Patrol, cheeky Town Patrol. And where are these Vills going to go? They are going to be here. And we're going to see a castle. Blue is definitely looking for the options in the window. Yeah. Okay, so finds the monastery, and we'll drop that. Which DLC didn't sell well? Well, they did the, I forget the name of it. Was it like Return of Rome DLC? That was probably it. So it was a single player only DLC. And that was communicated like pretty early on. And they had like a bunch of other things attached to it, to the Romans. And then the DLC wasn't selling well. And a bunch of people... Now, in all fairness, there were a bunch of people who just didn't read before they bought. So a lot of people were like, what? I can't use any of these civs in multiplayer. Wah! That's not exactly how they sounded like. But... and then I guess they asked for refunds on their purchase, which Steam allows. And then the devs were like, oh, just kidding. Romans are available in ranked now. And, you know, I think there was some concern that it wasn't selling well. All right, so I'm impressed. For a player of this rank to know this much is sick. Warrior Priest is specific to the Armenians. Like, transport ship, pretty much... Like, transport ship, finding the fire galley, gill nets, moving the mule carts around. Like, Blue is an Armenian pro. Also, Blue's base looks fantastic. Look at how nice the houses are. Even left an extra berry bush here just for the vibes. Everyone knows it's nicer to have a berry bush in your town. This is great. This is so sick. Now we've got a castle. We've got another stable. And 3 relics already for Blue. But for every player who's got good vibes... Well, sorry. When players have good vibes and good base setup, I am usually very concerned on their actual gameplay. And for anyone out there that has a cute base, I'm not saying you suck. That's not what I mean. It's just there's a lot of attention to detail on things looking nice. Usually you also need to have some grit and determination to finish off the game. Wow, we've got Heated Shot coming in here. Heated Shot. Now, that upgrade does actually apply. Usually, I say that upgrade is a waste because people don't know what it does. Could actually be a good map for it. Towers and castles now do more damage against ships. They have yet to encounter each other, but it's about to happen. Here comes Red with this spearman. Just looking around. Ooh, Blue could have seen the spearman. I think the warrior priest spotted that, and he's angry. Oh, he's so mad. Look at him go to war. And that's our first real attack of the game. And good scouting intel from Red. That's worth it. You never want to lose one of your best men, but I wouldn't say the spearman was one of the best men. Wow, look at that scouting intel. So you just send one unit into the darkness. You see 2 stables, you see a TC, you see a church, you see a tower, and you see a dock. That's honestly a little overwhelming. That's a lot to take in if you're Red. And Red is going to drop a castle? I would say that, like, normally you see all those military buildings and you need to beef up your defense. Red says, nah, bro. Let's just castle it. Well, maybe it's a mix of both, actually. Red clicked all the upgrades. Red's bringing the archers. Red's bringing the spears. Red's queued up longsword and a bunch of men-at-arms that, of course, will be longswords. There's a castle. It's on the way up. If this castle goes up, Blue will be under a lot of stress. Yo, supplies, what's up? Thanks for the gifted subs. Welcome in, everybody. Yikes, that's a sick castle. I take it back. That is such a sick castle. Guys, look at how much Red is producing. Red's like all the archers, all the upgrades, all the infantry. And Blue's like, my base looks pretty. I freaking called it, bro. I freaking called it. I feel like I have a really good understanding of different types of AoE2 players. And it makes me very proud that I seem to understand most ranks. Okay. So blue notices that and will wheel away. So that's really good stuff. And eco's fairly similar right now. Feels very important that blue doesn't lose any more ground, though, because the relics are here. I wonder if blue is going to eject the relics and run away. Because there's already one warrior priest. And then there's 2 more warrior priests coming out. It feels like that is with a plan here. I'm still not in love with the whole military buildings on the starting island thing. But there are military buildings here as well. It's just very easy to make mistakes. Red's got double siege workshops, and speaking of knowing the Civ, Red knows the Civ. Red knows the Civ, has lots of armor on the infantry. It's double the armor upgrades. Researched both the armor already. And also cheap scorpions is producing scorps. I wonder if we'll see the unique tech from the castle that makes them fire faster. Feels like a great time for Imperial Age. And, guys. There we go. Blue says this is getting dangerous. We got to get our relics out of here. Would be really sick if blue hops into the transport now. Yo, let's go. Let's go. Take him to the island. That's smart. But the castle is paid off for red. That's a lot of focus and work for blue. And red's now just on the way to imp. I'm concerned for blue. I don't know what type of army blue is going to commit to. Blue's economy has been good, but red's army numbers are getting really high right now. And it's also a really tough unit to stop. Ballistic scorpions with Romans are insane. Does blue have a plan? Excuse me. Armenians, probably the best thing they can do is infantry. The Romans can't out-infantry you, and then use your scorps as well. Feels like the key here is going to be trebuchets from red, though, to be able to push this position. Okay, so we have rams from blue. I would love to see blue transport units to red's starting island. I think that would be so fun. I don't think blue's ever going to think about that. Too much to worry about. There's the new monastery. Notice the monastery has to look very nice and spaced perfectly. I really want blue to win. Like, blue... I love it when SimCity players can win. These monks are really annoyed right now. Or, excuse me, they're not monks. They're warrior priests. They're like, let me put it... come on! Like, open! Yeah, they're waiting for the fortified church to open for the day. But it's like a half day because of holidays, so they don't open at the normal time. So they're just waiting outside the door. What's this with red? Oh, a galley. Okay. Ooh, galley has gone quite far over there. It's kind of random how it went there and didn't attack. Not sure exactly how that happened. Red has made it to imp. There should be immediate action, right? And the immediate action is to get ballistas. And then it's like comatenses or comatenses or whatever. Both the unique techs, basically. And then this castle will produce the trebs. I like that. The unique tech, I mean, both those unique techs will be helpful in some ways. Now, there's Cilician Fleet. Does blue know what that does? That makes your navy insane. We don't exactly see a lot of navy here from blue. Now, speaking of navy, the galley's still here. Again, it's weird. It's moving very actively, but it's not attacking. It almost feels like red set a bunch of waypoints. Is that what you guys think that is? It's not a patrol. Patrols would go more in a straight line. I think red just clicked it with shift all around almost to scout, basically. There's no auto scout button on a galley. And, well, that is going to die. It's honestly super worth it if the demo gets used on it. All right, just passing. And will it get away? No. But that's decent scouting intel from red. I mean, you're scouting mainly the water, but still. Trebuchets are here. It's 48 army against 19. Blue, we need some military units right now. Oh, man. Red getting the War Galley upgrade as well. Is blue going to go in with the rams? Because that wouldn't work. Or is blue going to wait? It's hard to have patience when your base is getting pushed in like this. Okay, loading up the infantry into the rams. And we got a little choo-choo situation coming in. We do have the ram emote. You could accompany the ram emote with sad faces maybe, because this is not going to work. In blue's defense, blue does not know how big this blob of red is yet. And so choo-choo for blue. The rams won't do too much, unfortunately. But it's a nice distraction. There is a treb back here trebbing the castle. But that is just so much military. Red is building a castle right here as well. That castle actually ranges the treb. Big problems for blue. But blue is going to make drawmans. I don't know from which dock. That's sick. Okay, if these drawmans just don't die to the castle fire, they can snipe this castle. It's very difficult for red to do anything about that. Red needs to keep steamrolling the middle, though. He needs to just keep pushing. Red might be a viewer, guys. He took do not trickle treb very seriously here. 8 trebuchets. No. Okay. Oh, Drawman dies. Man, that's crazy it died as well. If red didn't put those crossbowmen into that castle in the last second, the Drawman would have survived. And that extra arrow fire is insane here. Really underrated doing this. I think more pro players need to do it from time to time. That was just one volley. Blue has 1 treb, 1 light cav, 1 demo, 1 Drawman, 1 transport. Everything perfectly balanced. And now we have Feriders, and now we have chemistry. So Feriders adds HP to the infantry and the warrior priests. What? Blue! Wonders don't work! Oh no! I was wondering what the plan was. No! Poor blue. I mean, this player probably played a decent amount of quick play. If you play quick play, standard victory is possible. And you can win with relic or wonder victory. But in ranked, it's conquest. So wonders, while they can still be built, do not give you a victory. Now I know blue's strat. Blue's strat is to win with the wonder. Now, if you think wonder victory is going to work, you might have to wait until the wonder completes and then realize there's no countdown. This would be really sad if the wonder completes and then blue just resigns. It'll look really cool. If blue can win after building a wonder with the rest of this base setup, blue's a legend. And this area that blue is on is a very narrow area of water. So lots of Navy can really change the game. Like if Navy can be on both sides, this could be sick. Drawman micro here for Fanta. Watch out for that treb. Oof. Yeah, Drawman's just too good for you, Trebuchet. Boom. The blue did also move the villagers, so didn't actually lose the vills. They're still collecting lots of resources. And red's going to need some navy here. I've never seen this many scorpions against a Drawman before. I'm very curious. This could be really devastating. So, I mean, red made a couple ships over here. That's on the other side of the island. Forward dock makes a lot of sense. I would say you don't want to rely too heavily on the Drawmans. You probably want like 6 of them. And then you want other forms of ships. That way you don't lose the Drawmans to Navy. Wonders on the way. Detour says blue has over 60 ranked matches. Should know it doesn't work. I mean, 60s... It sounds like a lot. I would not consider it that much for Age of Empires. There's a lot of knowledge involved in this. And oh my god! This might be the first time red has ever faced up against Drawmans. Stay away with the Scorpions, man. Yikes. Blue could still win this game. Blue could still do this. And red doesn't see any of this economy over here. Well, maybe sees the mule cart. Maybe sees the TC Foundation. Red is really distracted. And now red is going to try and make their own Drawmans, but not out of that dock, because that dock's not going to exist anymore. So say goodbye to that. Wonder at 40%. Wow, so for those that watched community games last Friday, a certain player had a plan to build 7 wonders. We never even saw one foundation placed. And here in Low Elo Legends and Ranked, before the hour mark, we will have a useless wonder placed. Even this player can commit to a wonder. What a tragedy that was, though. Okay, so red doesn't have a single castle in the middle anymore, but red is now advancing across the middle. And blue realizes this will be a problem and is building up some stables. Now that the scorpions are gone, though, this is where infantry would be insane. I like this from red, though. I know that red's having some problems, and red is really overwhelmed. But I like the fact that red continues to advance forward. Red, you've got a lot of time to potentially redock. But I don't know about the front anymore. It's unfortunate. I like how red's trying to be sneaky, but blue is most of the shoreline covered. I think blue is bringing the Drammen over here to protect the villagers. And yeah, red's villagers still no loom, so that's not going to be good. And okay. Does blue have loom? Blue does have loom. And the Drammens are here to save the day. I mean, in red's position, this could start to feel very hopeless after a while. If you're losing all these units to ships. But this is still really good because of all the villagers that are getting killed. Red hasn't lost a single villager over the last... in a long time. And you still took out the TC. You're still slaughtering the wood line. Blue is going to mass a bunch of Cavalier, though. And the Wonder still on the way up. 60%. I'll keep you guys updated, obviously. What a crazy game. Okay. Red. My friend. There is a point where you just have to dock, like, safely. Okay? There we go. You only had to lose 15 villagers to realize. This dock has Drammens in queue, and then there's going to be more docks as well. What a game, though. There's our wonder. 65%. 1,000 wood, 1,000 gold, 1,000 stone. Wasted. In some people's minds. Other people would say it's worth it because it's going to look really cool. I can't even tell you if I know what an Armenian wonder looks like. Anyone else? And just as red is really focusing on trying to come back and win water. The Cavalier come out of nowhere. Oh my god, they can't see the Trebs. Oh, for a second there, he caught a glimpse at one. And oh, red's going to lose every single Treb. What a great job there from blue. Does lose a Drammen to the trailing Treb shot. But those are expensive losses. Expensive losses for both. Blue lost lots of vills. Does still have some vills, but not a lot here. But obviously, like, long-term, blue's going to run out of res here. Blue does have the 3 relics, but it's not like the wonder generates resources. What a game. What a freaking game, man. This is Low Elo Legends for you. I miss this. Now, I have an idea, chat. Give me your thoughts on this. So obviously in ranked, wonder victory doesn't work. Okay, I'm okay with that. But what if building a wonder gave you some benefit, like plus 20 population space or something? Or it would be weird if it was like a Fatoria and it gave you resources. But I would like it if it did something on top of the countdown. Because the other thing is, even when you have the countdown, it's kind of cool that the player with the wonder would have a little bit more to defend with, you know? I really think a solution could be it doesn't have to be insane, like 50 pop space or 100 pop space, but I think it'd be nice if it gave you something. 82%. Here comes blue sailing around. And I think blue right now is feeling like an absolute god. But blue is about to be very concerned because red is just passing. Red sees it. And red says, I see your Drammen. I raise you my own Drammens. And blue is going to get Drammens. Now, you could see the weakness if you only have the Drammens. Because fires can get in close and kill them pretty quickly. So you do need other forms of navy. And blue, it's crazy how balanced this game is. Blue is coming back on land with a TC here. Wonder at 88%. Oh, man. Armenian demos are really strong, though. Blue's got some demos ready. But Blue's going to run out of wood. There's only 10k wood here. Blue doesn't have a ton of access to the mainland. So that's what you need to keep telling yourself. Things can get really tricky here on migration. But if you have more access to resources, you should be in the better position. The red isn't mining any gold right now, even though there's gold everywhere. The red's going to come back on land with more scorpions, more halbs. And red is even producing more villagers. Blue is doing the same. And only producing the vills out of this TC as well. Which I like. Okay, here we go. We're about to see the wonder from the Armenians. Craiggasm's in chat as we appreciate this wonder. I will make the wonder noise. It's actually very subtle. When I click it, you can't really hear it. It's like, whoa. That probably wasn't very good. But anyways, we waited a long time for this. 3,000 resources were invested into this. And all the villagers' time and effort and sweat and tears. 99% wasn't worth it. Will this be a tiny wonder or a tall wonder? There it is. Maybe the first time I've seen the Armenian wonder. I have to say, the fact that this is placed right next to this little pond with the fish here is very nice. It really adds to the whole effect. Now, I'm still wondering as the demos come in. Yo, that's so sick. Well, it wasn't actually that sick. Never mind. Those are my instincts, but the shots didn't hit immediately. But even still, like, I wonder if blue now is going to be like, there's no countdown. This is weird. I want to know if blue has built wonders before. That's the thing about low elo, is like, usually things don't just randomly happen. You do have those players that are kind of random, but usually they have certain ways they like to play. They have a style. And then I like to investigate. Speaking of investigating, blue about to investigate what's going on over here. And blue is going to find out that red is somewhat prepared. Now, there were no halbs in front of the scorpions, so that's not the worst engagement ever for blue. But while the scorpions get killed off, you do not want to be anywhere near those Roman halbs. And so blue needs to back away. But right there, again, once the scorpions go down, you could go for your own infantry. Almost looks like blue wants to attack with warrior priest, though. Which you can do. They can fight and they can heal. Oh, wait. Is blue going to use them to heal right now? Hop out? Heal up? Hasn't happened yet. Red is starting to mass war galleys with the Dramans, which is a smart play against the demos. And we have ourselves quite a game. Does it bother anybody else here that red doesn't have the relics? I feel like it's such an important late game aspect you need to have locked down. Red might not know about that. 3 relics for blue brought in 3k gold. That goes a long way. And red has 3 relics right here, still hasn't collected it. Red also isn't mining any gold, but I don't know if red is realizing that. Red could easily change that. You just notice, you grab these vills, put them on gold, and you're good to go. I wonder if blue knows about any other relics. No, so blue won't make a move for these relics because blue doesn't know about them. Blue is foreseeing the fact that the main island might get attacked. And so has built some beautiful little towers here. I have to say, these are A+ towers. I love this tower. Something about it. I think it's the positioning of the tower in combination with, the big trees as well. All right. Cabal get healed up by the warrior priest. Love to see it. And we now have war galleys being mixed in as well. Or galleons, rather, for blue. Spin if you're enjoying this content. That's nice to know someone is. Thank you very much. Red's on gold now. Oh, he stopped spinning. Oh, no. Wait, there's another. There we go. I don't know what he's doing. But we got another spin of appreciation. I like it. Oh, man. Demos. Blue. Bro. I think blue knew the dock was there. and just clicked them there. Yeah, so from earlier, blue knew the dock was there and just yeeted them that way to take out the dock. Had no clue what happened. That's relatable. And again, red still got like 60% of this mainland locked down. Blue still only 4 real military buildings in the middle, which is the concern. Red's got tons. It's also cheap army. Halbs you can make forever. Scorpions with Romans, super cheap. Red's not going anywhere anytime soon. I think the thing about red I'm noticing is red is more consistent with unit production. Like, there's always more in queue for red, so I'm definitely leaning more towards red here. Red advancing forward with a castle. Blue also building a castle at pretty much the same time, which is pretty crazy timing. And they're going to find each other here. Red is, I think, just click the army forward to defend this one ville. Oh. Okay. Now, this looks like it could be good for red, but if red doesn't know this is happening, this could be horrible for red. If this castle goes up for blue. If it goes up. Blue, build the castle. Build the castle. Build it. Build it. Build it. Build it. Build it. Build it. It's up. Yep, everything for red will die. Blue loses a lot, though. But this castle should take out the scorpions. The Drummons will take out the infantry. Red does have... Oh, red's got the navy over here at the same time. I don't think red will complain much about losing the army there. This has done a lot of damage. Oh, man, look at the fight. Look at the amount of Dromans. Red's Dromans are going to flatten everything. There are some fires in front, though. If the fires don't get hit, maybe they could do some damage. But it just feels like blue showed red the way. And red has got to be enjoying these Dromans as well. That was sick. Unfortunately for blue, I think blue was so focused here, blue couldn't get the timing right. And our blue player, who built a wonder, is probably wondering how to get out of this one now. The resources look good enough for a comeback. And that castle's still being built by that one very loyal villager, by the way. But it feels like desperation time for blue because blue is losing so much on land. Here come the cav. I mean, if blue runs into here, blue loses everything. This is an exposed area, though. This is good. I mean, you need some magic to happen right now. Also, the fact that blue will see that relic might mean that blue will make a play for that. Blue didn't know that was there before. Here it's castle v castle. Blue's winning the castle war because of putting vills inside to shoot. And blue's also massing a crap ton of Dromans to try and defend from the attack. All blue really did was took out one tower there. No real eco damage. But now eco damage will come in. Pound bell from red. So everyone will find a nearby safe spot to hide in. The whole eco will go idle. I think blue's a little distracted at the moment. Red sent units in underneath the castle. That won't work. Murder holes is in. Red took out every building here. That was a good raid from blue. Maybe not cost efficiently, but it's done damage. It's harassment. And maybe red's a little distracted now. Oh my god, look at the fish traps. We didn't see the fish traps. And now it's Draman v Draman, as you would expect. And, I mean, it's very close. It's important that blue wins this. If blue loses this battle, blue loses the game. Blue needs a victory of some kind. Red is microing. Blue is not, but I don't know. Because of the timing on the shots, you see how blue's navy is firing all at different times? It's really hard to out-micro that. That's really well played from red, though. Holy crap. And blue has more ships over here. Wow, this feels like a micro scenario right now. Look how similar this is. Now blue is microing as well? Oh, crap. 3-3. Whoever wins this battle wins the game. Oh, look at the micro. The greatest showdown. Oh my god, dude. This is crazy. Wait. 1-1 now? They're both like one hit away from death. Micro. Let's go. What is this? What is this? Loyola Legends in 2025. These guys are crazy. And okay, red wins the micro battle. Blue will come over and get another one. The castles are still here. Maybe blue doesn't have murder holes. Red, are you kidding me, bro? Red, are you kidding me? Okay, finally he loses it. He was actually still microing that. Red's gonna lose this castle. Maybe murder holes is in. Let's see. I could have sworn it was. Wow, the units can't be garrisoned anymore. Are you kidding? I mean, important time to remind everyone that blue built a wonder. So, like, if blue didn't build a wonder and invested resources into murder holes or another castle, things would be a little bit better. Those halbs are doing work. And now murder holes is on the way. All right, so now sneaky move here from blue. I want to see red's vision. Oh, there's a decent amount of darkness over here. So blue is going to bring villagers. Try and survive. Okay, now red's coming in. But red, the reason you were having success before was because the opponent didn't have murder holes. Now the holes can murder. Red clicked the mule cart, which is kind of funny. And red needs trebs. Red, I think you've won this game. Let's not be silly now. You're okay as long as you're not too wasteful here. Well, okay. Quite a few scorpions will die. And blue is going to get to that gold. Blue is going to get to that gold. Are you kidding me? And is building a TC here. Red is like, this game is over, man. I'm going to make more Dramens. I'm going to Drama the fish. I'm going to win the game. So many Dramens on the way. But here's the thing, guys. Full Galleon beats Dramen. There's also a cost difference. But, like, Dramens, it shouldn't be the main type of navy you fight with, in my opinion. Blue's also escaping with the fish. Rip to the beautifully placed fish traps. And we'll at least have some fish to work with over here. Red is just going to yeet units in against his castle. Now, here I think red will actually take it out. But red is also going to lose navy control now. And what this is all doing is this is distracting from the task that one really needs to focus on here. And that is the map control. Wow. So red's next move is probably going to be to clear this and then win water, right? Red just does not expect there to be any eco over here. And honestly, in all fairness, red doesn't see that gold, which is kind of unfortunate. All right, Chad, who do you think wins this game? Pick somebody. I said at the start that if I was a betting man, I would have put my money on blue. This is before I thought blue would build a wonder. Then it just felt like red has been the better player overall in many ways. At least with just the land army, which you need to have control over. But Galleon's crazy. And now, Romans don't have great answers to the galleons from the enemy. If you make your own galleons, they're just weaker galleons. Armenian galleons are ridiculously strong because of Cilician fleet. And also that little itty-bitty arrow. They get an extra bolt. Look at these resources for blue. Oh my goodness. I also would love it if blue could just sneak away with this relic. Saying someone like deserves to lose is like harsh. But when someone doesn't get relics in a really long game, it feels as though it would be a good learning moment for them if they were to lose, you know? Because at the end, you can look at the stats and you can say, what went wrong for me? And it's like the opponent brought in 5k gold from relics and you brought in 0. Red has pretty much learned what to do with Navy based on what the opponent has done. I think that's fair to say. And has 40 galleons in queue. That'll take some time, but it's Lowy the Legends. They might have some time. Ooh, blue, don't be too cheeky now. Don't be too cheeky. Because if red notices you... Yeah, you stay away. Wait, did red notice that? I think red spotted those vills. Oh, dude, red 100% noticed that. Wow. So red noticed because blue was going to think about running through there. And now there's stables here. Uh-oh. Things are about to get crazy. You're not going to get that tower up, red. And red's got a lot to worry about now. The tower gets denied. I'm sure all of this army will get brought over here. I'm sure that there will be more units produced. Blue's coming in to get the relic. Run away with the relic, my friend. No way, bro. No way. How is this happening? This stone is also being taken. And red still got the navy to worry about, too. All right, so now red's bringing all the halbs over. Red's making trebs and some centurions. But this has been critical time for blue. Who, by the way, has 0 on wood, which is kind of crazy. He's also walling his starting island. He really thinks Wonder Victory is a thing. I keep forgetting about that. Okay, do you guys think that blue thinks he's going to win with the Wonder? Or do you think he's just worried about a raid? There's no timer on screen. So you should think it's, you know, it's not working. But that's also kind of a weird thing that it works in some modes and not others. It's a cosmetic wall? Okay. Well, it does add to the how cool the base looks. Red's navy is going to be ridiculous. Red's still got 28 units in queue. Red is currently housed, though. And blue has made a tower here. Blue, no gold. No gold, but we'll have 4 relics once the one warrior priest delivers it. How much do we have left on the map? Wow, there's only 3k gold left on the map. Are you kidding me? This has been a long game. But wood is also a big factor. And blue is not on wood. Now, all these bills could go to wood, like back here. There's also still a little bit of leftover wood here. Poof. What happens if a relic goes down in a transport ship? So it actually depends on what version of the game you're playing. But in this version of the game, it goes back to where you entered the transport ship. So if you entered the transport ship on this shoreline and then you lose the ship, it goes back there. But there's been differing answers to that predicament. Also, at one point it used to be it goes to the closest piece of land. And then, well, I guess those are the main 2 things that would happen. Like that you would never like straight up lose the relic. I gotta say, by the way, this is really smart from red. This is what you want on migration. This is where your farming eco should be. These farms are gonna last forever as well. And red's got a massive ball of halbs here. And if red's actually fighting, it's kind of awkward. That's still a good fight for red. I mean, red's got the full armor on those bad boys. Well... Okay, that was a lot of cav. The halbs were walking. It didn't feel like they were attacking half the time. So maybe it wasn't so good. The only good thing for red is that he needed population space for navy, and he just got a whole lot of it. And blue is over on the trees now. Blue, where are we going with these Where are we going? Oh, blue's mule carts are going to find another relic. Blue's gonna find another relic. Those priests are gonna be in a transport ship so fast. I promise you. Honestly, they have crazy vision. Maybe using mule carts to scout isn't a bad play. Oh, here comes red. Pretty big navy. There's a lot of navy behind, though, that is probably gonna be needed. I think blue's navy is on par with red's here. Oh, man, that's a bombard tower. I didn't realize that was a bombard tower. Yo, look at that. Oh, and blue sees this coming a mile away, and blue says, nah, not happening. This is my forever land. This is my safe space. You shall not intrude. And blue is ready for it. Blue can see this. Blue got the vision upgrades a long time ago. And red traveled all the way over here just to be matched by a similar amount of galleons and drawmans. Like we said, with the bonuses at play here, it should be better for blue. And blue will win that fight. And blue also has the random units over here as well. Red is back. Red lost a trebuchet there, trying to take out that bombard tower. But blue will hold on water. Blue has 4 relics. Red has 0. And blue might not be actively mining any gold, but there's only 450 gold left on the map. So the 3 on golds for red is going to be no more soon. There's this gold, and there's just like a little bit of this gold. There's just 56 gold over there. I think this has hit the point where if blue actually can go for champions, blue might win the game because scorpions are no longer a real factor. You'll see them get sniped there. What a crazy game. More walls now from blue. I don't know what blue's concerned about. It's not like red's ever going to get here, but I guess it could happen. This is a crazy game. Crazy, 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 crazy. But red is struggling, man. Red is really running out of ideas. This could be really frustrating. And Armenians don't have great bonuses for scorpions, but they do have heavy scorpion, which is all you really need. And so your own scorpions in the mix could be good. Red is back in business. And the Navy will clear this again. Just you have Bracer, you have Silesian Fleet. Navy's just significantly stronger than anything that red can throw at you. And the key for red was land. And red, like this sneaky transport from blue, the fighting mentality from blue to come back on land was crazy. Also, I would not be surprised if this warrior priest makes a move for a relic soon. Now that blue knows that's there. Blue should transport to red starting island and sack his farming eco. Yeah, that would be really good. I think blue's very defensive, though. But yeah, obviously that could be a big play here. But I don't think that things are necessarily that safe with this just yet. You've still just got a tiny little corner. And blue says, let's space out my traps again. Everything's got to be in a straight line with this player. Everything's in a line. It's not the most efficient fish trap eco, but it looks good in blue's mind, and that's all that matters. The houses are in a box. The walls are boxed. The fish traps get boxed. There we go. Line them up. I think red's going to do something desperate soon. I don't know what that is yet. It might be a transport, funnily enough. Like trying to transport here. But I think it could be very discouraging to be in red's current position. Here comes the Navy again from red. Red is also has 30 scorpions in queue, so those scorpions could maybe come ramsack this soon. And fortified wall coming in. Oh! That's a good demo hit. Yeah, fortified walls on the way here for blue just in case. And the forward docks that red had placed here like an hour ago now are actually going to complete. Blue did take out one tower, though, or will. Okay. That's not bad. The demo's from blue in a bit of a panic here, just in case. Bam! And I think the Dramans are going to get pushed away. Boom. Big shots. Maybe this tower goes down. Last shot here. Red. That's worth it for red if he takes that out. Bombard towers aren't cheap. That's not bad. Red still 2k gold in the bank. Still has crazy food eco, and you can sell off food to get gold at really good prices. Red still has access to way more wood. When is blue going to make a move? Okay, I actually have a prediction. If I get this prediction right, I want lots of props, okay? We are going to see box formation on the Cavs with the Warrior Priest. So the Warrior Priest will default to be in the middle of the Cavalier. And he will escort that warrior priest. Nope, I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. That was a healing warrior priest. He's bringing the other warrior priests. These are the relic picker-uppers. I take it back. Here he comes. This is actually smarter as well, right? Because you don't have to risk losing anything to Halbs. 0 props for this. It was just a trick. It was just a trick. I didn't actually think that was going to happen. That was way too specific. If he had 10 Cavaliers, then yeah. But he only had 9. Guys, Red is kind of pushing a little bit here. And if Red can outproduce in Galleon numbers, which he's doing, and then get some more Dramens, he could start to really pressure Blue. Blue just does not have enough gold. Even though there's the relics long term, Red just collected so much more gold in general. Oh, man, that's a lot of Halbs and Scorpions. Oh, Blue's gonna have problems. There's not many areas to run, guys. And there's Trebs here as well from Red. I think there's a lot of fans of Blue in the chat, but let's give props to Red as well. This guy's crazy. What a hold. I mean, obviously didn't do himself any favors with some of the small things like the relics. And a little bit of vision earlier, this game would have been won. But just when you think Red is dead, Red is fighting back, and there goes Blue with that relic. Just zooming. But Blue, you need a transport ship for your villagers, my friend. Or you need lots of army right now. We've got Light Cav on the way. We've got champions hopping out. But everything's dying instantly. And Red's got good Navy here. Pretty soon, the only thing that Blue is going to have is the starting island. Blue's at 45 population. And units will hop out, but again, they're just dying so quickly because of the sheer numbers from Red. I don't know where that relic is. There it is. Can Blue, like, sneak back onto the island again? I don't think so. The only thing Blue could do is win water and then sneak back on the water. But that's not happening because Red's got Dramens and Galleons. Like, Red's resources are ridiculous, man. And Red will have to finish Blue, though, which might be a slow crawl. Yeah, sneaking to Red's starting island would be pretty funny. Oh, man, Blue. Well, this is why you wall. I don't know. Guys, I don't think this is resigned territory yet for Blue. You have to sell off. Well, you need more vills onto these trees, which you save for later. Sell off your food to get gold and make a crap ton of galleons. That's how you come back. And then if you overtake this, you can bring villagers back again. Poof. What a game. Also, I think Blue is going to move the relics back because the Navy's going to make progress. I'm not in love with Fireship. If you don't have fast Fireship, it's really not a good play in Imp. But Blue thinks that there's no way to compete with Galleons now. Scorpions and the Halbs. Putting an end to what should have never started, probably, over on this side. Yeah, Blue's like Wonder Victory is gonna kick at any moment. It's like, man, I've usually won the game by now with my Wonder. I don't understand. When is this gonna happen? This is so weird. We might see Blue play until the Wonder's down. With that in mind. Now, if you're gonna redock, you really should redock as far away from where they're pushing as possible. And maybe with a few more vills. That said, there's not many vills for Blue in the first place. Castle's down. How did the Wonder get damaged? Great question. Sometimes there can be a bug with that, but that's a weird amount of HP lost. I've seen it have, like, be missing 1 HP. That happens with town centers sometimes, too. I can't really explain that one. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's an old building. It's been up for a long time. It makes sense that it wouldn't be at 100% HP. They've got to do some renovations on it. That's why they've collected the relics, so they have the money to afford those renovations, but they might not have the time. They need to spend the gold on other things. Ooh, okay. Demos might be your best bet. This is going to be tough. You need to connect with a lot of big shots. But honestly, desperation demos is not something I hate here. Blue is sailing away with those demos. I know you guys want to see demos on the Scorpions. That's satisfying, but that doesn't win you the game. You need to take the Navy. And now, this is what I mean, Blue. Like, if you made your docks over here, maybe you had a little bit more time. Poof. I mean, Blue's prepped some army here just in case Red lands. And Red is just slowly grinding the opponent down as we close in on the 2-hour mark. Red doesn't know what's over here. If Red is caught napping, Red could lose a lot here. Here come the demos. No, that's perfect for Red. You'll lose ships. Oh my god, that's insane. These demos are ridiculous. It obviously wasn't great to lose that many ships, but the fact that he killed some of the demos first was okay. The Scorpions will also kind of help here. Blue only has one dock in the darkness. I'm going to leave it like this. Blue resigns. Blue resigns. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought Blue deleted the Wonder, but no, when you resign, your Wonder starts to fall. Blue just quits. Realizes there's no way. Completely surrounded on this side. Completely surrounded on this side. And so the Wonder, the relics with 8k gold, all still wasn't enough to win the game. What a freaking game, guys. Wow. Honestly, like, I felt like Blue did a great job learning from mistakes in this game. Blue didn't prioritize Navy as much and learned a very hard lesson, and then turned it around by outproducing on water with the worst naval civilization. Then Red, like, had big problems because Blue snuck back onto land, and then Red dealt with that and said, okay, we've got to manage that as well, and it just recovered very nicely. Now, if Red did some smaller things, this game isn't really close. If Red would have gotten relics, it's not close. But he didn't get the relics, and, you know, there were some mistakes here or there with vision, because Blue played very well, and Blue is very stubborn. But, reminder, you cannot win with the relic in... Well, that's true. You can't win by getting all the relics in ranked. But you also cannot win with a Wonder. With an extra 1,000 wood, an extra 1,000 gold, and an extra 1,000 stone, you can make arguments that Blue wins this game. Blue could have had an additional castle or two, had a lot more ships, and eventually held on. But well played, good game. That's the first Low Elo Legends cast in months, actually, so good to be back with that. But look at that economy from Red. 54k wood, 41k food, 23k gold collected when the opponent had 8k from relics. So that just tells you how much gold was actually mined. And obviously the stone was actually pretty close. But still, very impressive. The best thing from Red for me is he was just persistent. 160 halbs, 93 galleons, 85 scorpions. Sometimes you just need to grind it out a little bit. And but Blue is a fun player to watch. Blue is going to be on my radar. Because someone who makes a Wonder in this scenario, probably making Wonders in other scenarios as well. And maybe we'll play some quick play. If this was quick play, that Wonder would have actually led to a Wonder victory. So maybe Blue's no longer playing ranked after this. Fun game.